All right, hello, and welcome. Welcome to Shark Stream. It's Saturday, which means it's time for SHADOWBUNNIES. This is our official second triple-digit FF14 stream, which is wild to me. I'm your host, Gage, aka Acid Shark. Which, I mean, you know, I must... Every stream could be a person's first stream, you know? Would I recommend joining in to my Final Fantasy XIV stream 101 streams in? No, probably not. It seems like an odd decision to me. And yet, here'st we am. Oh shit, Little V did a heavy metal version of Your Idol from K-pop Demon Girls? K-pop Demon Hunters? Not K-pop Demon Girl. There's only one K-pop Demon Girl. They're the K-pop Demon Hunters. Hello, I am Agenda. What's been going on? I finally finished MSQ, the new stuff. I still need to do the new raid. I haven't gotten a chance to do that yet. I am unfortunately a little bit behind. But there has been actually some pretty significant, potentially world-shattering FF14 news recently. A popular... I'm not sure... I don't know exactly how to explain it. So there are people who use cosmetic mods in FF14. I don't, because I play on console, and I do not have access to that sort of thing. I do not mod my game. I do not mod my Flanders. But there was a popular modding tool called Mare Synchronos. Hello, Strel. Welcome. Something like that. I don't remember the specific name of it. But a lot of people used it. And I believe the idea was that you could store... Like, because normally for, like, modding, you would have to keep all your modding files, like, on your computer. And as I understand it... Are you talking about the Myra situation? Yeah. As I understand it, like, this was something where it's just, like, you could upload your mod files, you could, pull from other people's mod files to make their characters show up in-game as they have created them. And... you know, modding is something that is explicitly not allowed by the terms of service of FF14. But they do not allow you to, or it is discouraged to mod the game. And there's all sorts of like legal reasons for that. I'm not going to get into the details of it. I'm not here to necessarily cast judgment on, like, how the whole thing was handled. I am here a little bit to cast judgment on the fact that, like, you know, people feel the need that they need to use these mods, especially in, like, a cosmetic sense, because I won't say that the character creator in FF14 is piss poor or anything. I would probably be a little... pressed to find any sort of like MMO character creator that I would say without a doubt is 100% like what's the word I'm looking for? Completely flawless, completely without any sort of like critiques you can make about it. You know, the Mayor, as far as I know, was a mod syncing mod, so that means you could sync your mods with other people, so if you're a friend of cosmetic mod, you can see that instead of it being only for them. Yeah, exactly. But I will say that, like, you know, sometimes, I know why some people would do that. Sometimes you want to have a character who is taller than the game will allow. Sometimes you'll want to have a character who is, like, you know, more muscular or fat, you know? And something to, like, better represent the player of that character as they are in real life. Because this is a role-playing game. We're here to play a role. I play a max height bunny girl, and for the most part, I'm pretty content with the way that Eigelb looks in-game, outside of a few minor details which, like, I can more or less live without. But then, like, you run into issues where it's just like, hey, Final Fantasy XIV does not have very many really good options for textured hair. And, like, the attempts to fix that have not been great, always. So, you know, some people do have, like, times where they'll just like, okay, I will mod in a hairstyle that better fits what I feel is appropriate for my Warrior of Light, based on, you know, what I, like, for example, what I have in real life. It's just like, this is not a problem for me, obviously, because I am not a person of color. I don't have to worry about that thing. As a currently cis white male, there's only two parts of that are potentially temporary. One of those is not something I'm ever going to be getting away from. I generally do not have to worry about games not being able to represent the way that I look with character creators. That is not something that I have to run into on a daily basis. There are lots of folks out there who are, you know, trans, of other races, etc., people of color, indigenous people, who are not quite so fortunate with regards to, like, whether or not a game can visually represent them in a satisfying way. And, you know, the modding scene does help with that. Now, I want to make this clear, modding has not been killed in FF14. It's still discouraged. Mare was not, like, the be-all, end-all of the modding scene. You can still mod your game, you can still mod your character. Hell, you could even potentially, like, download other people's, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Aesthetic mods, and like, set them up to be applied to their character. That is not outside of the realm of possibility. Mare just streamlined the process, as I understand it. Now, unfortunately, developers of this particular mod platform made the fatal mistake of being able to be contacted, as I understand it. Like, the entire thing that happened here was that it was discovered a way for that Square Enix would be able to send them a cease and desist, and thus they did send them a cease and desist. Like I said, there's all sorts of, like, legal reasons for why they basically have to do this. The kind of, like, user-to-user connection that this particular mod platform facilitated, if Square didn't do what they were able to, and then that was used for, like, harmful purposes, Square could potentially be found liable. That is, unfortunately, just kind of, like, the long and short of it. Like, I don't want to absolve Square of everything entirely. It is kind of fucked up that they are as draconian about mods as they are, but, you know, what can you do? As far as I know, Mare is a way of sharing your edits mods to other people instead of being only for you. Yeah, exactly. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Like I said, this is not the just total death knell of the modding scene. Mods in FF14 will continue. People will continue to be able to make their absurdly proportioned short-stacked Lalafels that don't quite match up with the animations and the rigging in the game, and thus result in a bunch of like extremely hilarious clipping issues. And the world will spin on. Eventually, there will probably be another program that functions similar to this. Square TOS, we need to obey it, so no mods that kind of suck because WoW allow. That kind of sucks because WoW allows it. WoW doesn't have a choice, is the problem. Like, there's a. Hold on, I'm gonna get started here. One moment. I need to mute my TV. While I am just kind of like setting things up here, yeah, World of Warcraft does not have a choice but to allow mods. Because there are straight up functions in World of Warcraft that like it's this whole thing, cheap viewers on streamboo.com. If you can believe it. All right. There's a really good video by Dan Olson about called "Why It's Rude to Suck at Warcraft." That basically goes into the history of this. Blizzard of Eld was always super supportive of its modding scene, right? Which is cool. It's cool that they are. I don't know if they still are, but they were always incredibly supportive of their modding scene, often like giving out like the tools to mod their games. World of Warcraft was no exception. They allowed people to mod their game to like absurd degrees. Now, what this unfortunately resulted in is that there are mods for that game that are considered non-negotiable. Like, they do not have a built-in equivalent. There are functions in World of Warcraft that are not in the base vanilla version of the game. You have to mod them in. And they let this go on for so long that, like, if they were to decide, like, tomorrow that modding was no longer allowed, and they removed any and all mod functionality and started banning people left and right and sending cease and desist to people who are creating and distributing mods, the player base of that game would likely functionally collapse. Like, it would cease to exist. And I have to imagine it's also part of the like Final Fantasy XIV launched on console. Like, it launched on PS3, it was on PS4, it's on PS5 now. They brought it to the Xbox. They're talking about bringing it to the Switch too. The only reason that it can be viable on consoles is because it doesn't have like unfortunately because it doesn't have like robust mod requirements like World of Warcraft does. World of Warcraft, if they had been like a little bit less like, yeah, go for it, guys, have fun, play with our toys all you want, and like cracked down on mods like way earlier on and made them less important to like the actual function of the game, you would probably see like console editions of World of Warcraft these days. But you can't, because mods are central to that game's functionality at the point that we're at. Like I said, Wyatt's Route to Second Warcraft is kind of a follow-up to another video he made called WoW Classic and What We Left Behind. As someone who played World of Warcraft for like all of 6 months back in high school, and has not like done anything else with that game in like the decades since, they're really interesting watches, and I would highly recommend checking them out. Because it goes into a lot more detail with this stuff that I'm talking about. Like, if you go into World of Warcraft completely vanilla and just play to, like, essentially play to have fun, there are people who will yell at you. It's buck wild. There are people who will get angry at you. So yeah. But yeah, that's the... Is it Mare? Because it's Italian, isn't it? So like the whole thing is supposed to be like it's what they call like oceans on the moon, right? Is it Mare or Mare? One of those. That's the whole situation with that. It sucks. It was like a robust tool, especially for like syncing up packs of mods between people who are playing together so that everyone's characters could show up exactly the way that they are ideally intended to look by the person playing. And with the character creator for FF14 not being as robust as it could be, but again, I don't think I know any MMO that has like the kind of robust character creator people are looking for that also looks good in motion. Because like the only thing I can think of that has like a more robust character creator than most other MMOs is like Phantasy Star Online 2. But have you ever seen like character models in Phantasy Star Online 2 with the kind of proportions that people are going for, trying to do anything? It doesn't look good, I'm gonna be honest. It's scuffed as hell. Sup, Magnus? You still sad about your wife? Full steam ahead. Magnus is grinning from ear to ear. He seems like he's doing alright. Hey, bro. Hey, my bromide. It's been years since I've seen a Talos in such fine shape. Would that Agna was here to see it. Or our son. I don't remember if this is what his voice sounds like. Always more fish, no idea what happened. I was ready to let her dreams die down there in the mines. Even after you'd found the Leonine, I refused to believe it could work. Gods, what a fool I was. But I tell you now, I'm going to take good care of this Talos, for both their sakes, on behalf of my family and all the miners of Twine. Thank you. Leave me alone, I'm literally a miner. Well, enough chitter-chatter. Let's get you to the Batharang, eh? Yeah. Everything seems to be in order. I take the Talos' presence resolves the issue of the gate. Hmm? Oh, that, yes. It's designed to open at the Talos' approach. Then we can finally go to Nabatharang. Uh-huh. You certainly can. All that remains is a final check of the control box over at the mines. You hear that, boys? Get that Talos over to the mines and keep a close eye on it around the curves. Understood? Yes, sir! I'm still slightly drunk. Don't worry about it. Let us repair to the mines, then. Okay.
Before we go, while you were away with Igeld, I prepared an extra set of cartridges for you. And this one, it's the practice cartridge you gave me. I know I should have thrown it away ages ago, but I've been adding a little extra to it every day. After so many charges, I'm honestly not sure what it will do, but I wanted you to have it. For luck.
It just explodes in his hand.
Minfilia, Smile. Serious. We should hurry. Magnus and the others are probably wondering where we are.
Thancred! Oh, y'all are like all the way over there. Okay, hold on. I don't know. I think the whole situation sucks. Like, I understand why it happened, and, like, quite frankly, like, the fact is that, you know, it was bound to happen eventually. Like, I feel like people tend to forget that, like, we jokingly refer to mods as crimes for a reason. Because it's not something we're supposed to be doing. Again, I don't use mods. But I appreciate the mods of others. So something like this was unfortunately on some level inevitable. But it does suck. And I understand people being upset with it. Luckily, Thaf and Jarek didn't spend the last few years trying to drink themselves to death, and had the good sense to maintain this stuff. I'll have to thank them later. Ever since we got the Talos moving again, Jarek has been acting strangely. Perhaps strange isn't the right word, more overexcited. But as long as he gets the job done, I suppose I can't complain. Is this not the most beautiful sight you've ever seen? Oh, if only I could capture this moment in a painting, or even a quick pencil sketch. Hey, you seem pretty good at everything. You wouldn't happen to be an artist too, would you? No, man, I haven't picked up Pictomancer yet. Maybe someday. All appeareth ready for the grand departure, but one task yet remaineth. Alright, rules card. I know what you're thinking, and I will talk to her, when the time is right. Bro, there may not be much more right time left. I'm gonna be real.
So this is it. We're finally going to Nabatha Rang. I've thought long and hard about what to say to her. To the real Minfilia. I hoped when the time came I would know, but with every step we take I feel more uncertain. That's no reason to give up, though. Not when so much is at stake. Thank you. All of you. For helping me get here. Now, let's not keep Magnus waiting. One last step. I'm glad to be taking it with you.
Oh, that's a good sign. There you are. So what do you think? A little primitive looking, I'll admit, but Daedalus Stoneworks has always favored a simple, intuitive design. That philosophy has served us well enough. Much of the trolley network uses single tracks, making it easy for the Talos to navigate them as needed. And plotting a route is so simple, even we can do it, which makes for fewer accidents in transit. Speaking of which, are you ready to board? Yeah, dog. Alright then, watch your step. Let's fucking go, question mark?
thou must needs carry on without me. The path to Nabatha Rang lieth open. Whilst thou travellest thither to the south, I would apprise Mistress Alize and the others of our progress.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As circumstances permit, I will thereafter rejoin the hunt for the remaining Light Wardens.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Magnus, will the gate close immediately after the trolley passes through?
No, it will stay open until someone closes it manually. Built that way to prevent any untimely accidents.
Then you and the others can meet us in Nabatha Rang, after giving the Ilmorans the slip.
What kind of slip are they giving them? Is it a pink slip? Are they fired?
Oriange.
Cracking my knuckles.
Thank you for everything.
Remember, thou needst but have faith.
If you've finished with your goodbyes, I suggest you grab hold of something. Be a shame if you took a tumble.
Motherfucker, I'll take 12 tumbles. They ain't gonna have tumbles left after I'm done.
The tracks beyond the gate aren't in the best of shape, so the trolley can only go as far as Malik. Godspeed!
Ah, that must be the gate.
Surprisingly smooth ride.
Well, so far so good.
I'm so happy. Nothing bad is happening. Piss and also shit.
Wait, is that Ranjit?
Man, come on. Trouble with the trolley, eh? Hello, Kale. Welcome. Good to see you.
You're a stubborn old swine, aren't you?
One who has mastered Gukumots fears not the blackest pit or the fieriest hell.
What the fuck is a Gukumats?
Your deeds in the east.
I am just here
did not
briefly.
go unnoticed. Long
Glad you're here at
I
all.
lay in wait, and sure enough, you did not disappoint.
I think, so is the implication there that he was standing there this entire time? That we've been just faffing about in
Had you
Amarang?
only sworn fealty to Lord Vorthri,
You think he got
you
bored?
would have no cause to skulk about like frightened animals. You will remain as you are, while I dispatch these villains.
You wanna fucking try,
I
buddy?
won't let you.
I don't have the brain capacity to yell about round sheet right now.
Speak. Who armed you, trained you, fought and killed 1,000 sin-eaters with you? And when you were inevitably cut down and lay lifeless in my arms, who sought out your successor to carry on the futile struggle again and again? We seek to bring peace to what is left of this shattered land, while these mad fools would only bring further chaos down upon us. Do not be deceived, child. Only by Lord Vorthry's hand will this dying world know a sliver of salvation.
Sounds fake. Go fuck yourself. But this is like the best he'll ever be. This is a really
I don't
good
know
scene
about
for
the
him,
world,
honestly.
But I never asked to be saved. However much it hurts, and however hard it gets. It's my life, and I want to live it on my own terms.
Ranjit is in a cult. It's true. But he also sucks.
And those mad fools you want me to abandon. The ones I've traveled with, fought with, and may one day die with. They feel the same. So no, I will not be deceived. No matter what you say, I refuse to believe it's all for nothing.
The thing is that yes, Ranjit is in a cult, but we're not talking like other people in Yulmore where it's just like they could potentially be convinced that... Like, Ranjit is like the main villain in Dead Space 3 who is like... He's not there to grift. He's not there... He's not there for, like, his own personal gain. He is 100% ride or die with the cult's theology. He believes the whole ass. He is putting his whole Ranjusi into this fucking campaign. He is what we in the business would call too far gone. The Ranjusi is right there between his furrowed eyebrows.
All I need, and I would gladly do
For all of
anything
God
for
and
them.
Sundry to see. Gods and Sundry, excuse me.
Let us pass, or kill me. I'm not leaving here without them.
Fuck yeah,
How
Minfilia.
dare you? Very well. If you would cast your lot with villains, then you shall share their fate.
And I do want to real quick highlight how good of a threat that is. But it's very much like sunk cost fallacy plus I've been broken too many times to have any hope and I'm taking you down with me. And that is what Ranji should have been the rest of the X-Pack. But it's fine because we're going to kick his ass. But that is such a good threat on Minfilia's part because Ranji just went off. Ranji basically exposed his whole Ranjusi. No, he basically exposed his entire, like, motivation for why he's doing what he's doing, which is that he has had to live through training, getting attached, and ultimately watching Minfilia's die over and over and over again over the course of decades. That when he's finally offered a chance for like a world where he does not have to like watch these young girls that he is raising and training die in his arms. Hold on. Kale has sent me something with the caption "The Ranjusi," and it's just a close-up of Ranjit's scar. But when the second he's offered the possibility of a world where he does not have to do that, he took it. And Minfilia's option is just like, you can let me go so that I can destroy the hypothetical world you are trying to protect, or you are going to have to kill me yourself, bitch. It's such a good threat. It's such a good threat. He was indoctrinated, and by the information that he has, they are kind of right, but the problem is that they never try to break the indoctrination. Yeah. We love Minfilia. In this house, we love Minfilia.
I heard what you said, and I'm sorry for all the things I've left unspoken.
I don't know if now is a good time to be having this conversation.
You have to go, now!
Oh, okay, we're not having that conversation right now.
Tancred, no!
Also, peak dad crid.
Go!
Do what you came here to do. I'll not have you waste that newfound resolve on me. I leave her in your hands. Hurry!
Bunny Bunny Banoy. This is this is one of the best cutscenes in Shadowbringers, basically. Is kind of what we're getting at here.
Not another step. Your fight is with me.
Yeah, let's go.
You think yourself a
Tank
protector.
stance on.
As if a whelp like you could be a better father to her than me.
Dude, a fucking iPad would be a better father to her than you. In the coming battle, you will fight as Thancred. Thancred! Rough Divide. Oh my god, I miss Rough Divide so much. Ugh, and I miss Plunge. I miss gap closers that also do damage. It's just not the same without them. Ouch. Oh, oh, I'm being electrocuted. Whoopsie daisy. This is the divorce hearing. Who will have Ophelia as a daughter? Remember when we thought this was this meant we were getting Beastmaster? Remember how we're getting Beastmaster? Is Beastmaster going to be like in the 7.x patches, or was that going to be like an 8.0 thing? I forget what the plan was for that. Oh, but
Beast of my blood, answer my call.
anyways, good luck in Divorce Court. Beastmaster will be a 7.5 class. Okay, that makes sense. Like Womb Age.
Rend my foes and ward their blows.
Oh, don't do that. Woohoo! God, I miss Rough Divide. Sorry, I'm just thinking about Rough Divide now. It'll be really funny if Beastmaster has nothing to do with Ranjit. Beastmaster will have nothing to do with Ranjit because fuck Ranjit. That guy sucks. Oh shit, I don't have Rough Divide up. Oh no, it's up now. But it's fine. Beep 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 beep. Never. I'll never learn anything. You can't make me. What is that? What are those? Oh, shit. I don't know what to do here. I'm in trouble. Yoink!
Not good.
I'm alright. Shit. Gotcha. Ow. I'm alright. Woohoo. I think this is going really well. Whoop. Giving him the verbal business. Oh, fuck me. Alley-oop. I'm in trouble. Yikes. Okay. I got hit by one thing, bitch. Calm down. Bye. Fuck. Don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. Gotcha! Ow. Dude's got like a lot of health. I'm sure I'm a fan of that. I'd like it if he died maybe a little bit quicker. Ugh. 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 Haha. Avoided you. It's hold on. I'm a little focused right now. I will read whatever that message is in a moment. I promise. But hello, Clubs Rainbows. Welcome to the stream. I hope you have a good time. Eep. Eep and also yikes, quite frankly. Eh. This is carried on long enough. Wouldn't you agree? I would say so, yes, actually. Again with this. What? Have to make it count. Ow. Fuck. But how? Damn it. Oh, I'm not doing so hot. Hang in there, Thancred! Ow. Oh, I gotta get out of here. Thancred, we gotta move! Shit! Damn it. Man, come on. Not even seeing the grand... Fuck. Less than ideal. Soul Deep Invisibility. Shit. Come on. Stop moving around so much, please. Hell yeah. There we go. Alright. It's giving Xenos cheating during every encounter in Stormblood despite the fact that I was at full health and nailed every mechanic. Xenos, you cheater. Yeah, no. For sure.
You would have her suffer and die. I would spare her that fate.
GG's, thank you.
That is not for you or anyone else to decide ever again.
Thankfully, with a lot of the... what's the word I'm looking for? Solo duties, a lot of times it just kind of comes down to just don't fuck it up too bad and you'll be fine. Like, Thancred will be okay. Don't worry about him. He's doing great. Also, no fair that Thancred still has Rough Divide. That's what I'm saying! I miss Rough Divide.
Not a single day goes by that I don't think about all that you have given me. Countless memories and moments I took for granted. Gods, you grew up so fast. But you had to, didn't you? For those you had lost. For those you could yet save.
It's a GNB main, the Rough Divide thing is a sore point. No, absolutely. I feel the same. I feel...
on the very brink of
I miss Rough Divide, and I also miss Plunge.
Your everything. Without hesitation. Your kindness. Your compassion. Your love. then and now.
I'm Amphilia. Bye, Amphilia. Get up off the ground, sleepyhead. What the fuck you doing?
With a little help. I'm so proud to have been a part of your life. Oh, Minfilia.
He'll be fine. We did it. We got to Nabatha Rang. You know, the mayor thing got me thinking about character mods. Again, I can't use any because I'm on console. Like, I can't do any modding. But, like, all the time, I see people using mods to, like, make their characters shorter, make their characters taller. And there's been a part of me that thought, why hasn't anybody made a taller Lalafell? I've only ever seen Lalafels in, like, modded Lalafell characters getting wider, never taller.
This is the place I get. This is where she stopped the flood. The last time I was here, when I felt her presence overwhelming me, I tried to pretend it wasn't happening, to just turn away. But I can't turn away now. Not this time. For Thancred and the others, I have to face her.
You're gonna do great, kid. In the event that you leave the area, speak with the apprentice engineer at Twine and Amarang to return to Nabatha Rang. I ain't going nowhere. The look in Minfilia's eyes is equal parts trepidation and determination.
I can sense her presence, albeit faintly. Come on, let's look over by the crystal wall.
I ain't walking there. Where's she? Oh, there she is. Surveying.
Is this...
Run for your lives! It's the flood! The flood!
Everyone seems pretty upset about this.
On top of the palace!
Brandon, Rendore, Lamit, and... oh, that guy. I forget what his name is. And my boy!
No, stand back. We shall stay the flood.
But this is what I want! It's my sacrifice to make!
Your time has not yet come. When all hangs in the balance, you must give them hope.
Minfilia!
Damn, fucked up that she'd do that. Amphilia, I don't want to alarm you, but we may be in some kind of a void. Oh, hey girl, hey, how you doing? Can you tell me to pray return to the Waking Sands one more time for old time's sake?
Ours is a meeting long overdue. Full glad am I that we may finally speak.
Hey. It's good to see you again.
My dear, sweet child. Your
Bayonetta
loss is a
coded.
burden none should ever be forced to bear. Such pain and suffering you have endured.
Hold on one second.
Yet still you came. For this and more, I thank you.
I've lost count of the times I've almost given up. If people hadn't helped me every step of the way, I never would have made it.
Yet here you stand, resolved. Now, tell me your heart's desire.
I'm going to be honest, I desperately want a pony.
To defeat the Sin Eaters and bring this world back from the brink. The remaining wardens have hidden themselves from us. But with the power of the Oracle, I thought we might be able to find them.
Indeed you could. Their radiance would be unmistakable. But know, my child, that the power you seek will come at a price.
300 gil.
We stand now at the crossroads.
I didn't say it was a high price.
A decision must be made. Tis only natural to be afraid, to hesitate. But for your many trials, you have grown stronger and wiser. And with the love and support of those you hold dear, you have grown to love yourself.
The flood has washed away so much of this world. So many people and places and possibilities, and all the heroes who fought to protect them. Yet here the Scions are, trying so hard to help those few of us who remain, and seeing how tirelessly they work, how completely committed they are to the cause. I can't help but believe. But I want to do more than just watch and cheer. I want to make a difference. I want to help them like they helped me, and maybe even inspire others to do the same. Coming together, providing for one another. That's the only way forward I can see. Since all of our heroes are gone, we'll just have to make heroes of ourselves.
Tis a beautiful, wonderful dream. One we share, Though my power was all but spent in staying the flood, I prayed this final act would give hope to those who survived. That self-same hope lives on in you. It gives me comfort to know that the future is in capable hands. If ever you should falter, remember this. No one, however powerful, is immune to the whisperings of doubt and despair. Do not give in to them, but do not deny them either. Look instead to the light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Thank you, Minfilia, for believing in us, for believing in me.
Dearest friend, no words can express my gratitude to you for keeping her safe in these tumultuous times.
You could probably try a few words.
You
I'm
are
just
a
saying.
hero to us both. But not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. Only together may you change the fate of two worlds.
I can't hear you over all the bloom. Could you turn down the lighting engine a little bit? And she's gone. Girl? Oh, she's a redhead.
What happened? I remember speaking with Minfilia and then... Is something wrong?
Your hair, it's changed.
A parting gift, I think. Until now, I've walked the paths she set before me. The path she set before all the Minfilias. But she's given me a new path. A new life. That I can call my own. And even though she's gone, I can still feel her. Warm and calm and gentle. I can feel the beating heart of the world. The light that swells within it. And the Light Wardens. There's one here in Amarang. Let's hurry back. The others need to know. You don't think Thancred will be angry with me, do you?
Nah. It's what Minfilia wanted. I'm sure he'll understand.
I'd like to think so too, but... Shake my head. Would you mind going on ahead? I'll be right behind you, I promise.
Okay.
I just need a moment to think.
Dadcrid would never be angry with you. What's up, everybody? Thancred, how's it hanging, man? Hope you're doing alright. Hope you had an uneventful fight with Ranjit.
Welcome back. I see you fared better than Thancred. Igeld, thank the gods you're alright. You're back. We were beginning to worry about you. Thou art returned, but where is Minfilia?
Hey, man. Everyone's got flowers on his head. Y'all voiced?
Ah, there you are.
Y'all voiced.
We were worried.
Really? She wasn't the one that nearly got herself killed. It's a good thing Urianger called on us when he did. You were at death's door when we found you.
But thanks to your timely ministrations, I was not obliged to walk through it.
Well, come on, meet the rest of the family. Show them your work. Show them what work you got done.
Minfilia?
You saw her.
Yeah, she says hi, by the way.
I know I haven't exactly been pulling my weight up till now, but that's all going to change, starting today. I'll do whatever it takes to make Minfilia's dream a reality. I can track the Light Wardens now, maybe even help you fight them.
I'm glad you're back.
You don't have to say that, you know.
But I want to. Your family. How else would I feel?
Good shit.
She will need a name.
A name?
Yeah, if she's walking her own path, can hardly call her Minfilia.
A name of her own. I would not have her walk in the shadow of another any longer.
Dadcrit is the best single mom ever.
And I think it a fitting tribute to our departed friend, too. At the mention of Minfilia, I would remember the woman who preserved our fellowship when all seemed lost.
Do you remember what you were called before you were taken to Yulmore?
I'm sorry, I don't. I couldn't have been very old when it happened.
Then we must think of a new name. Suggestions?
The Denzel.
If the lady herself has no preference, I think the honor should rightly fall to Thancred. After all they have been through together, he's practically a father to her.
Well spotted. I'm so glad you're here to explain these things.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing.
What about Reen?
blessing in Fae.
Oh.
Wait, doth this mean thou wert listening when I delivered my lectures on the pixies?
Not exactly, but that one word made an impression.
My god, Thancred learning from Urianger?
Of course, if it's not to your liking, I can think of something else.
Reen. Yes, I rather like the sound of it.
She is officially Reen, everybody. We did it. We got there.
Thank you.
That settles it then. Welcome aboard, Reen.
I won't let you down.
Right? Thancred, your husband is in shock by you listening to them.
Reen's ether has changed. It's taken on a faint golden hue. Curious. Do you have any idea how worried we were when word reached us that Ranjit was alive and headed for the Hills of Amber? Oh, I can't wait for this to be over so we can all go home, assuming we even can. Minfilia will be sorely missed, though it was grandfather's legacy which first brought me to Eorzea. I would never have become a scion were it not for her. Indeed, there would be no scions, and two worlds would be the worse for our absence. Tataru and the others will no doubt be heartbroken to hear the news of her passing. Until such time as we can return to them, however, we must keep our heads held high. Though we have lost one scion, we have gained another, after all. Thank you for standing by, Reen, and Minfilia. I'm sure it meant a lot to her, seeing you one last time. Would that I could have been there to hear what words were exchanged between them. Well, if this is over, perhaps I'll ask. Despite this glad turn of events, the suffering born of mine all too arrogant meddling paineth me still. And yet, their smiles do give me hope for the morrow. A fresh start! For perhaps the first time, the look on Reen's face is one of utter relief. I honestly don't know how to repay you for all you've done, but I promise to do whatever I can to help. Okay. Are you certain you're up to fighting so soon? I can't imagine the power of the Oracle is something one learns to wield in the space of a few hours. Maybe not, but the presence of the Light Wardens is unmistakable to me now. In fact, I sense one here in Almarang, to the west. I think it might be hiding underground. Underground? Then it's as we suspected. We thought it prudent to take a brief survey of the area prior to your arrival. To the west, we found the remains of a site known as Malika's Well. If I recall correctly, the well was built in remembrance of one of the ancient kings of Nabartha-Rang, to serve as a source of respite from the desert heat. It fell into disuse after the flood, whereupon the miners of Almarang thought to turn part of it into an excavation site. Judging by its size, the underground waterways are no doubt extensive. Perfect hiding place for a warden. Reen, are you certain you can track it down? Leave it to me. Leave it to me! Then it's settled. We make for Malika's Well. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So I mentioned earlier in the week that I have been watching the anime Pluto. Yeah, excuse me. Which, as you may know, is based on a classic and well-regarded story arc in Osamu Tezuka's Astro Boy, or Mighty Atom. Depending on, your gender. Alright, let's take a look here. What's everybody got to say? Though I cannot see it as you do, it is a no less awe-inspiring sight. Something about this doesn't feel right. A marvel of ingenuity, is it not?
that the walls should still bear so great a burden after countless years of neglect bespeaketh the surpassing skill of their architects. I didn't expect to see Talos wandering about, much less of their own accord. How long must it have been since their creator's bones turned to dust?
The warden is down there. I can feel it.
Because there's so much plot happening, there's a lot of talking, unfortunately.
It's here. I can taste its ether on the wind. Gross. Then we've finally found our mark. Let's put an end to this, Igale, and return the night sky to Amarang. Uh-huh.
Malika's well now accessible.
I was surprised to hear Ranjit survived the fall, though I suppose I did the same. More surprising is how he so readily saw through our diversion. A foe possessed of such cunning would be sufficient cause for concern in itself, one capable of besting Thancred in combat too. We would do well not to underestimate him when next we meet.
When next we meet, I'm going to stab him in the sternum.
I can't help thinking about all the children at the inn, abandoned to wait for the inevitable. So long as the light holds sway here, there is no hope for them. But if we defeat the wardens, if we restore the night, then maybe they can still be saved. Our battle with the Warden of Holminster Switch was an eye-opening experience, to say the least. Alice and I have trained tirelessly that we might be better prepared for our next such encounter. Hominphilia, and the countless souls who struggle to carry on her legacy, we must end this. The Warden's presence feels familiar somehow. Now that I think about it, it reminds me of... That makes no sense. Sorry, I'm sure I'm just imagining things.
No need to worry about me. Urianger and Y'shtola were quite thorough in their ministrations. Pity their magics did nothing for my clothes. At any rate, we cannot well stop now. Well, we can well stop now. We're going into a well. I mean, it's the X7 dungeon, so it's near the end of the expansion. They need to end the expansion soon. Not after all Renum and Philia have given to bring us this far. Lest thou worry, I did relay unto Magnus word of thine untimely accident, whilst I waited for thee to return from thine audience with the oracle. He hath since reclaimed his Talos and trolley both, and meaneth to begin repairs anon. For a blessing, the damage was but superficial, the leonine heart unmarred by Ranjit's onslaught. Well, that's good. Party NPCs.
Our fates are not yet sealed.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, what was I saying? Pluto. Good show. I haven't watched a lot of Astro Boy stuff in my life. I remember catching some episodes of the 2003 anime when it was airing dubbed, and I remember quite liking it. But I also recalled that the other major piece of Astro Boy media I have seen was the 2009 animated film starring Freddie Hyman, Nick Cage, Bill Nighy, Nathan Lane, with a cameo appearance from Samuel L. Jackson. Also, Kristen Bell is in there, if you can believe it. And Donald Sutherland. Like, there were a lot of okay, so this is all to say, I watched that movie today because I was just like, I've got this movie on my mind, I have to watch it. I can't not watch it right now, you know? So I sat my ass down, and I watched Astro Boy 2009. And let me tell you, that movie sure has a runtime. It sure is animated. It has voice acting. It is aggressively mediocre. Oh, man. And there's a part of me that feels a little bad to comment on how just absolutely mid it is, because that movie killed that animation studio. That movie did so poorly at the box office that the animation studio behind it, Imagi Studios, went bankrupt. They made they made two theatrical movies, I should say. They made the 2007 TMNT movie, and then they made Astro Boy. They also made, like, a Digimon movie? It's like the only Digimon movie animated entirely in CG, and the only one that's not connected directly to a ongoing, and at the time ongoing anime series. And then they made an anime film based on Highlander. Which is wild to me. It's so weird to me that Highlander is like a franchise. Like, I feel like that's one of those franchises you don't really hear about these days. Mostly because, like, I feel like how far into, like, the new millennium did the Highlander series get, actually? I'm curious now. Hold on, I have to look this up. I know we're in the middle of a dungeon. Hold on. I know we're in the middle of a dungeon, but I do need to look this up real quick. I think, aren't they also working on, like, a new Highlander movie or something? I don't know. Who knows? Who can say? The Highlander franchise. So the original Highlander was 1986. Highlander 2, The Quickening was 1991. Highlander 3, The Sorcerer was 1994. Highlander Endgame was the year 2000. The animated movie that I'm referring to that was animated by the studio that did the 2009 Astro Boy movie was Highlander The Search for Vengeance, which is from 2007. Highlander the series ran from 1992 to 1998. It is buck wild to me that, like, hold on. They would just let you make, like, oh my god. It's so wild looking at, like, how, like, TV series used to be handled back in the day versus how they're handled now, where it's just like, you know, I talked about watching Wednesday the other day. Right now, there are 4 episodes of Wednesday coming out. It's the first half of Season 2. The second half of Season 2 is due to come out early September. So far, that show has been around for a couple years. It's going to have 2 seasons and 16 episodes so far. The Highlander TV series ran for... Hold on, I'm going to look up the numbers here again real quick. The Highlander TV series ran for 6 years, 6 seasons, 119 episodes. With the way that, like, production companies treat, like, TV shows these days, like, that is buck wild to think. And I mean, it really all kind of comes down to, like, how they handled, like, budgets and stuff like that and filming. where it's just like, in ye olden days, TV shows had like much lower budgets than like what they're giving them these days. And I mean, like, the reason for that is because, like, you know, fucking HBO made Game of Thrones, and that HBO made Game of Thrones, and then after that, everybody wanted their Game of Thrones, right? So they started, like, pumping higher budgets into, like, TV shows so that they could do more. Just, like, people started expecting, like, I'm not using any of my mitigation. People started expecting, like, Hollywood film level special effects in, like, a TV show. So, like, you know, the option was, like, okay, we can increase the budget, but, like, you have to have fewer episodes in a season. You can't have 6 seasons that have, like, almost 20 episodes each anymore. And I do feel like there's something lost in that change. I don't know. Sometimes it can be fun to, like, go back to, like, older TV shows and see, like, oh, you can definitely, like, tell, like, where they kind of saved on the budget. Like, what's a good example? So there was a Mortal Kombat TV show back in the day, right? Mortal Kombat Conquest. It actually did relatively well for itself. It had pretty good, like, viewership. Mostly because I want to say it aired in adjacency to, like, professional wrestling. So you would have, like, the audience for, like, professional wrestling, and then just be like, hey, here is, like, a martial arts show, right? So, like, there was some overlap there in terms of, like, interest. Like, it was fairly well regarded to the point that when it wasn't picked up for a second season, like, it was actually kind of shocking that it wasn't. Oh, hold up. Not yet. Ow. But I've seen a few episodes of Mortal Kombat Conquest. I have, like, the whole thing on DVD somewhere. I keep meaning to watch more of it, and then I don't? Question mark? I'm not going over there yet. You crazy? Now I'll go over. But, you know, Mortal Kombat, it's a martial arts, like, fighting game series. So obviously you expect going into, like, a TV show about it, you know, people gonna be throwing some punches and kicks. And it's so interesting the way that they do it. Where, like, yeah, you've got people throwing punches and kicks. You will never see one of the punches or kicks that the characters throw actually really connect. Like, what you'll have is you'll have, like, the characters, like, doing the motions, like, you know, like, spinning around, moving their limbs properly. But then, like, you'll have, like, a sudden cut to, like, a close-up of the character that they're fighting. And there's, like, a foot that flies past the camera and they react as if they've been hit. It's genuinely kind of an interesting, like, way to look at just like, okay, we can coordinate, or like we can, what's the word I'm looking for? It's, we can choreograph a fight, but we're not super confident in having, and like putting people in like actual real danger of being kicked in the fucking face. So we have to, like, we do not have the budget to like risk people getting actually hit. So how do we figure that out? And they came up with like this option of like doing these like zoom-ins on characters reacting to getting hit. Reacting to like a limb flying in and quote unquote hitting them without, but like in such a way that they don't have to like worry about it in the moment of like filming the fight scene. Like they can film the whole fight scene without doing anything that actually puts anybody in danger, and then they film like a bunch of like reaction shots of people getting hit that they can just kind of like cut into the fight scene. It's interesting, you know? I actually kind of like the Naboth gear, so I am going to pick it up when we can get it. It is kind of, it's hard to really, like, because what it comes down to is like, oh, this show did this thing, it was really successful, and people, like, they wanted a piece of that pie. So suddenly you've got like all of these other shows looking to do like the same sort of shit, and eventually people start expecting more of the like media that they are given, right? Like these days it's just like there's such a move away from like episodic material. You know, like it's this whole thing. So Legend of Korra, right? A lot of people point out that like, you know, Nickelodeon really kneecapped Legend of Korra while it was airing. And this is true, especially when it came to like the final season and the finale of the show and everything. It was not particularly treated well by the network. Famously, the crew explained that like they weren't given as high of a budget for their final season as they would have liked, and they had this huge idea for the finale, and they were just like, okay, we either need to compromise on our vision for the finale, or we have to put a clip show somewhere in the middle. And they opted to go for the clip show so that they would not need to compromise on their vision for like the finale of the series. And quite frankly, it's a fun clip show. But like, there's really only so much that you can like place the blame squarely on the network, because part of the issue with like Legend of Korra in particular versus like The Last Airbender is that there were episodes of The Last Airbender that you could completely remove them from like the greater, larger picture context and just kind of like air them as a rerun. You couldn't really do that with Korra. Korra was a very, very serialized show. And, like, there's been a lot more movement towards shows like that. Shows where it's just, like, there is a greater scope plot, and every single episode moves that greater scope plot forward. And it's just like, okay, so... And you get folks who are, like, lamenting the fact that we don't really get a lot of, like, shows these days where, like, you can have a quote-unquote filler episode where the benefit of the, like, show in, or the episode in general is basically just kind of, like, building up what the characters are like, you know? Problem with Korra is that it was a one-season based show instead of the OG that was a 3-season series. True. I do like a lot of the, like, later seasons of Korra, though. Like, Season 3 of Korra is, like, the best that show ever gets, quite frankly. Like, I like the 4th season, I do. But, like, oh man, Season 3 of Korra is some good fucking TV. Like, there's a reason it's like the one season of that series that I have on Blu-ray. Season 3 and 4 were built together. Like, so you mean like they wrote Season 3 with Season 4 in mind and vice versa, versus like 1 and 2 where they were like 1 was conceptualized, 2 was kind of made, not entirely like necessarily made up as they went along, but like they kind of they wrote Season 1 without thinking about getting a Season 2. They wrote Season 2 without thinking about getting a Season 3. But when they wrote Season 3, they wrote it with a Season 4 in mind that would then finish off the series, you're saying. It's probably one of the reasons that that's like a really good season. But yeah, again, it's this thing where just like there's a lot of shows that are moving towards like a serialized nature, and there are reasons for that. Like, there's a degree of like, okay, so I want to say that part of it is just kind of like this sort of general sort of desire for more continuous series, and just kind of like as that desire has grown, there has been a frustration growing in tandem with a show, if there's like no growth, you know? Like, what's a good example? Thundercats. The 2011 Thundercats. Love that show. Big fan of it, seen the whole thing, devastated that it ends on such like a blatant this should have continued kind of like kind of ending. That is a very episodic show. Like, there is a greater scope plot. There are like episodes that like really move said greater scope plot along. But there's also a lot of moments in the 2011 Thundercats reboot where it's just like you go from one episode to another, and like by the end of one episode, the characters will have learned a lesson, and then by the next episode, they've completely fucking forgotten what happened, it seems like, and they have to learn that lesson again. And I mean, I'm not trying to say that, like, this is, like, necessary, right? for, like, an episodic show. Like, not every episode needs to start out from square one or anything. But if you're not careful, that's kind of what you end up with. Because so many episodes need to, like, be able to be taken out of context for use in, like, reruns and stuff like that. You can't necessarily, like, have too much of, like, a rigid episode-to-episode continuity, unfortunately. Because otherwise, like, if it's in syndication, like, you know, can't have them just, like, constantly, like, running the series from beginning to end. It's sometimes there's just not that much care put into it, honestly. That obviously wasn't, like, what killed Thundercats. There's a lot of there's a lot of discussion about what killed the 2011 Thundercats reboot. Hold on. My wife has sent me a kiss emoji. I need to send a kiss emoji back, as well as maybe a few heart emojis. Give me a moment. There we go. And send. Alright. You know, there's a lot of discussion about just, like, one of the big things that always comes up is, like, merchandising, right? Where it's just like, oh, who are we marketing this to? There aren't enough boys watching our show. It's all girls watching it. This isn't our demographic. And then there was the fact that, like, Thundercats kept getting, like, shifted around. It's same sort of thing happened to Korra, where it's just like it keeps getting, like, shifted around in, like, the schedule because, like, whoever's airing it doesn't, like, have the confidence in it that they should. Remember when everybody got really mad about Thundercats Roar? I never watched anything beyond the first episode of that show. But I gotta be honest, I never had a desire to. I remember, like, people being, like, really upset about that because it's just, like, it's a combination of just, like, A, not really thinking that it looked particularly good, that it was, like, a Teen Titans goification of Thundercats. And there were already still a lot of people who did not really like Teen Titans Go. And then there was also just, like, you know, people like me who really liked the 2011 reboot are just like, it's not the 2011 reboot. This man is covered in buckets. But then, like, in light of that, you also have, like, this sort of, like, counter-reaction where, like, folks see all of these people who are upset, maybe not always with, like, valid reasoning, about the show's very existence. And they're just like, oh, well, these people are just mad that it's not this show that they really wanted. And there's just like, this show is going to be really good. And then, like, from everything I remember hearing about that show was aggressively mediocre. Again, never ended up watching it. Maybe one day I will. I've honestly been meaning to go back and rewatch the 2011 Thundercats show, because again, I really liked that. Sorry, I've spent like 20 minutes talking about Thundercats. That's not true. I spent like 10 minutes talking about Thundercats. It's a damn shame that never got any kind of continuation. Like, I wonder if there would be any interest in that these days, you know? Like, maybe not in, like, rebooting the show itself, but at the very least, I don't know, like, it's fucking, like, a comics continuation or something. Like, God, they're doing a fucking comics continuation of fucking Street Sharks for the 30th anniversary. I'm sure you could convince someone at, like, IDW to do that. Just be like, hey, do you want to take, like, the scripts and ideas for, like, the canceled second season of the 2011 Thundercats and just make a comic series out of it? Someone would probably say yes to that. I feel like that's a pitch you could put out there. Ow. I didn't get to a mitigation fast enough for that, unfortunately. Beep. Is that Thundercats Roar show, like, on any streaming services? I feel like that's one of those things that was probably on, like, HBO Max for all of, like, 3 months before it was removed because David Zaslav's a fucking ghoul. Nope. I do think I still need to watch the 3rd season of Jellystone, though. Title may not be available to watch from your location. I'm pretty sure I own, like, the 2011 series on Amazon. God, it seems like you straight up can't get it anywhere, though. Thundercats Roar had 54 episodes. Fuck off. It is weird that, like, that seems to be the specific version of that show that you cannot buy anymore, though. I guess I get it on some level. Because, like, it did not do particularly well. But, like, God, you can get the entirety of the 1985 series. It is $75 for the whole thing. And, like, even the 2011 series you could still buy. It's $25. But Thundercats Roar, they're just like, no, we don't want any, we don't want it, don't look at that one. Very strange. Anyways, time for some Sin Eaters. God, I'm thinking about Thundercats now. If I wasn't already, like, trying to work my way through, like, a few different things at the moment, I would probably just, like, sit down and rewatch it. I feel like I kind of, like, got off... I feel like I got way off topic. Because I'm pretty sure... Somehow I got from talking about, like, the 2009 Astro Boy movie to this. And I don't know how it happened. But let's go back to the 2009 Astro Boy movie real quick. Since we're getting to the end of this dungeon. And I'm going to need to start reading out a bunch of dialogue again soon. So as I mentioned, that movie, aggressively mediocre. Like, oh man. It's so... It is buck wild how just, like, kind of boring that movie is. But, like, there's one thing that, like, God, I remember, like, reading it and I'm just like, oh man, yeah, that is what happened, isn't it? And then, like, it's almost a completely different experience, like, actually seeing it happen. But, for context, generally in various, what's the word I'm looking for? Adaptations of Astro Boy / Mighty Atom media. No, you know what it was? I remember what the series of events was. I was talking about this. I was talking about how the movie killed the studio, and then I talked about the studio making a Highlander animated movie. Then I started talking about Highlander and how there was a Highlander TV series that ran for 6 seasons and 119 episodes, and how TV seasons these days are so much shorter, and how part of that is due to the move towards more serialized storytelling versus episodic storytelling, and then just kind of like the benefits and downsides of each of them, and how that relates to Legend of Korra, Thundercats, and then eventually started talking about Thundercats Roar, and now we're back here. And I'm going to go back to Astro Boy 2009. We did it! I managed to map out the entire, like, sprawling ADHD tangent I've been on. Go me. Boy, oh boy. Alright. Astro Boy. So in most versions of Astro Boy / the Mighty Atom, Dr. Tenma's son, Tobio Tenma, who is the child that Astro Boy was created as a replacement for, will usually... Oh, hold up. They're attacking this one. So he, as a character, is doomed to die. Like, in every version. He needs to die for the creation of Astro Boy to happen. Now, in my research, what I discovered is that in most adaptations, this is generally in the form of a car accident. And there's a bunch of different ways that this happens. Probably one of the funniest ways was the dub of the original series, when it was brought over to the U.S. They're just like, by the way, the reason that this child is straight up driving this car and why he is allowed to drive a car is because it's the year 2000 and cars are so safe that accidents are completely impossible. And then of course he gets into an accident and fucking dies. Thus necessitating the creation of Astro. Okay, which one are you guys focusing? You guys are focusing that one? Okay. And like I said, there are variants on this. Sometimes he's in like an actual car taking like a joyride. Sometimes he's in a toy car and he just drives out into traffic for whatever fucking reason. I think in the 2003 series, he got hit by a truck while he was riding his bike. But you get the gist. Tobio Tenma dies getting hit by some manner of vehicle. In the 2009 movie, they changed this. In the 2009 movie, they decide to have it that Toby Tenma dies getting absolutely fucking vaporized by a military robot during a power source test right in front of his father's eyes. Storage. My name's Storage. Fucking biblically accurate angel ass. That's just wild to me, because that's almost worse, you know? Like car accident. Okay, car accidents. People die in car accidents all the time. It's tragic, but it's grounded in reality. Fucking vaporization! Not a single, like... I can kind of understand why they decided to go with the dub name for the 2009 movie and call him Astro instead of Adam, because Atoms is what he was fucking reduced to. Like, goddamn. You know? It's so fucking wild. And then, I don't know, there's just all sorts of, like, storytelling decisions in that movie that are just, like, weird and half-assed. Like, they bring up the laws of robotics. So, okay, bit of a side tangent here. So, Asimov's 3 laws of robotics. First law of robotics is, a robot may not harm a human. Second law of robotics is robot may not, through an action, allow a human to come to harm. Except in places where, in doing so, would violate the first law. Third law of robotics is that a robot must always basically protect its own existence. Save for situations where doing so would conflict with the first or second laws. Now, the thing about Asimov's laws of robotics is that Asimov's laws of robotics are a narrative tool. They are not meant to be a hard and fast, like, perfect, like, circle of protection in real life. It's a narrative tool because the narrative is supposed to be built around the failure of the laws of robotics. This was the entire thing in the original story, I, Robot, that said laws of robotics were established in. And it is, and for all its flaws, the iRobot film adaptation did actually understand this when writing its own narrative, because that narrative is all about how the laws of robotics fail and the ramifications and how that happens. But unfortunately, like, every time the laws of robotics are brought up in something, there is a part of me that all I can think is, dear God, please at least do something interesting with them. Because so often, like, a piece of fiction will just talk about, like, oh yeah, it's okay, we've got the 3 laws of robotics to protect us, with, like, no attempt to, like, explore the implications of the 3 laws of robotics within the world, or, like, do any sort of, like, interesting look at them, and, like, where they succeed, how they fail, etc., etc., etc. The laws of robotics in the 2009 Astro Boy movie seem to be there simply for the purposes of, like, a handful of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, punchlines, right? Like, you've got, oh, here's the communist revolution coded robot trio, and the whole thing there is that because they have the 3 laws of robotics and are not able to bring harm to humans, all of their plans for their glorious robot revolution are hilariously ineffective because they're not allowed to like, do anything effective due to the 3 laws of robotics. And then the other one is like, oh, here's this big robot who is voiced by Samuel L. Jackson making a cameo. And, oh, he's threatening to squish Nathan Lane. But Nathan Lane's just like, no, the 3 laws of robotics have been in place for 50 years. You can't harm me. And the joke, of course, is that this is a 100-year-old robot. So he's just like, I'm old school. And then, like, there's a bit later on with, like, some window cleaning robots where they're just like, oh, we have to go help the humans. It's because of the laws of robotics. I don't think they sounded like that, if I remember correctly. But it's window dressing, and that bothers me a lot. That bothers me a lot as somebody who has been into, like, you know, sci-fi and, like, especially, like, classic sci-fi for years, you know? Give me that light. Delicious. Tummy hurt a little too much for a little too long. Da 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 da. There it is. All right, let's talk to everybody. At last, we've taken back the darkness. Thancred? Thancred! Seems that Reen was correct.
Thank goodness we succeeded.
That was a passing strange form for Renita. Reen saying that to Thancred specifically and then him like turning to her and nodding is very cute. Come on, Y'shtola, tell me something good. Are you at all injured? Nah, I'm fine. I'm feeling great. Bit of a tummy ache. But it's okay, I'm a 12-time tummy ache survivor. Meanwhile...
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad those travelers made it all the way to Nabatha Reng. But when Urianger told me the Talos was in pieces, and the trolley didn't look much better, I couldn't help wondering what in the hell's had gone on.
Got my neck. Oh, there it goes.
What indeed. At least the heart is in one piece. The rest is replaceable. Looking at this mess, though, it's a miracle they survived.
That's not the only miracle about to happen today.
What the? Are you seeing this? The sky. It...
Man, it's good that it's like always conveniently night whenever we defeat one of these things. Like, I would have to imagine that they would still be able to tell even if we defeated one of these light wardens during the day. Because, like, you change from, like, the fucking blistering cold light to, like, a warm blue sky. But still.
At last, night has returned to Amareng. We'll save this broken world yet, Tesleen. You see if we don't.
Yeah, y'all better fucking run.
No doubt retreating in the wake of the Warden's demise.
Bitch.
Back to Calusia, the last refuge of light.
Home to our dear Lord Vorfrey, who will no doubt do everything in his power to thwart us.
'Cause he sucks?
As well he should. For defeat there would spell the end for both him and his heavenly host.
Deep breaths, Alphino.
There the fate of this star shall be decided.
Thancred? Perhaps their administrations were not as thorough as I thought, or perhaps I was a touch too reckless. Column A, column B.
If only I could have seen the look on Magnus's face when the night sky returned. They must all be so happy. What about you, Eigilt? Do you feel different at all?
That's supposed to be the clue that Reed is starting to get clued into what Shoal has already been clued into this whole time. Because now she can see all the light in us.
The end to the light's dominion over this world is fast at hand.
Once more shall the light Once more shall the night share equal dominion over the firmament, and yet our travails are far from over.
Is this not the moment Emmet Selk usually chooses to descend upon us? Whatever will we do without his feigned praise and backhanded compliments?
I'm sure we'll learn to live on.
We did it. We really did it. I only wish there were time to visit the inn. We can but hope the return of night has granted the residents some shred of comfort. They thought the world beyond changing, but today I think we proved them wrong. We will fix this broken land, Eicheld. Together.
The sun rising with that line. Very nicely timed.
When all this is over, it would mean a lot to me if we could go and visit Tesleen's grave together. I have such a lot to tell her.
This is one of those moments where it's just like, there's a lot of, like I mentioned this last time we streamed FF14 when I was kind of going on about like its treatment of some of its character, like female characters over time, where like I brought up Moonbrita, and like people always talk about like Moonbrita was introduced just to die, but like her presence has affected the narrative going all the way up to like Endwalker. Tesleen is kind of a similar thing, where Tesleen is introduced simply to be like a sacrificial lamb to show us like how horrible like the process of becoming a sin eater is firsthand. But like her character and her influence on like the plot and on Alice in particular continues to be felt throughout the expansion. That doesn't completely fix the what's the word I'm looking for? The criticisms of how these characters are handled by the narrative. But I feel like it's worth keeping in mind. I started looking at Blue Sky. Give me a moment. Alright. Let's continue. Whoa, there was someone else there. Reen seems troubled by the sight of you.
Are you feeling alright, Eicheld? After you defeated the Light Warden, I could swear I saw its ether.
Whoa.
Never mind. I'm still getting used to my powers. It's probably nothing. I'm just relieved I was right about where the Warden was hiding. The last one is hiding in Kalusia, isn't it? Can't feel it from here, believe it or not. But perhaps we should head back to the Crystarium first. We have a lot to tell the
Keiko10, thank you for the follow. Startling me. Welcome to the Shark Stream. Good to have you.
We have a lot to tell the Exarch, and I think we could all do with some rest.
Yeah, alright.
She sees it too, then.
Yeah, see? Mysterious. Okay. Oh!
Serena Ka.
Let's go. something I want to just check real quick here. I swear to God, my Twitch has been doing this weird thing where like it'll start like auto playing the audio from a particular stream, and but like even after I've like chosen a different stream to watch on, this is specifically with a phone app, it'll start playing the audio from both of them like simultaneously. Last time this happened, it took me so long to realize that like it wasn't the person with like a weird, slightly out of sync guest on stream. It was another stream that was playing simultaneously.
Y'shtola said she needed to speak with us. It sounded rather urgent.
Yeah, I bet it was.
The others are with the Exarch. Before we join them, there is something I wish to confirm. Tell me, Reen, you noticed anything peculiar about Aigeld's appearance of late? Anything at all? Speak freely, she won't mind. She's super hot!
Thank you. No.
Well, since Minfilia bequeathed her power to me, I've been able to see the light inside her, though I didn't think anything of it at first. After we defeated the Warden and Amarang, I realized something was wrong. You've absorbed its ether, Aigeld, and the light within you has grown monstrous.
We've been new.
Then it is as I suspected. How are you feeling?
My tummy hurt. I'm alright. I'll be fine.
Aigeld! If naught is done, this will only get worse. Reen, with the power of the Oracle, you have gained some measure of control over light, have you not? Is there anything you can do for her?
It suddenly got very nice out. Was that you, Reen? No, I'm kidding.
Extinguishing it is out of the question. Even at her strongest, Minfilia could only hold back the light. I might be able to suppress it, but I don't know for how long. Then we have no choice but to rely on Urianger and his secrets. If the next battle is to be the last, you may yet be able to play your part, but you will need all of your strength. I will discuss strategy with the others and see that everything is made ready for our departure. You are to return to your chambers and rest until then, understood?
Tummy hurt so much light. Yes, mother.
Ha! None of that cheek, or I will take you across my knee.
For real?
Now, off with you to the pendants. We will call for you when the time comes.
There's this really good... Penny Snapcube made a really good edit of that scene where, like, it cuts back to her Warrior of Light, Pella. And she's just like, promise? Good shit. Truly, Shadowbringers is the flirt with Y'shtola expansion. Manager of sweets. Y'shtola is mommy, it's true. Everything all right, miss? You don't seem quite yourself. Perhaps a hot meal and a freshly made bed will improve matters. Your room is ready if you'd care to retire. Yeah, right. I don't think that's the voice I gave you last time, but you know. We do what we can. It's been a hot minute. Very good. If you should have need of anything at all, pray do not hesitate to call. Sure thing, Broseph. Quest complete. Hey, man. So this is where you've been hiding.
And sometimes the dead would rather not be disturbed. But enough about me. What of Amarang?
Oh, bunny, bunny, banani, banani, banoi, banani, bunny, 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 bun, bunny, bun, bunny, banani, bunny, banui, banui. Stolariange, Thancred, and Wool are the best non-functional polycule ever.
Gone, then.
Yeah.
Which means the reason I must suffer this purgatory shall forever remain a mystery.
Ugh. Real tummy hurt hours.
What's the matter? Are you all right?
Kind of a silly question. I'm clearly not.
What just happened?
Oh. There was something Minfilia said to me. Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone.
Minfilia said my time had not yet come. That I still had a role to play.
Yeah, dog.
Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone.
Yeah, I just said that.
No, it couldn't be. There's only one hero in this room, and it is not me. I'm just a shadow, cursed to wander.
Oh, someone's got some confidence issues. He gone. Bro, are you doing the hand-wringing emote? Right in front of my door?
The intrusion, but Minfilia, that is, Reen, and the others were asking after you. Is everything all right?
Yeah, about as good as it could be. Bunny, 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 bun, bunny, bun, bunny, bunny, bun, bunny.
That pain again. And did it pass? Thank goodness for that. I would not wish to see you suffer.
Then you shan't.
Though I know only too well how much you have suffered on our behalf in recent days. Indeed, I have no right to impose upon you further. Nevertheless, I must ask one thing of you.
Shoot, bro.
That you survive this, no matter what.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I
When
will
the dust
never
settles,
die.
You must return to your world, for the battles to come, and the wars yet unwon.
Listen, Source can't get rid of me that easy.
Stands between us and victory. There is still much we must do to prepare. But for now, I will see if there is aught that may remedy the strange affliction which plagues you.
I'll see it through.
Of that I have no doubt. Even if I had my pick of every Reflection's heroes, I could not have asked for a finer champion.
Aw, shucks.
I'll not keep you from your rest any longer. Take as much time as you like.
No, this isn't right. Heavensward.
It would need to be later, after the liberation of Alamigo, perhaps. Oh, I know who this is. Hold on.
Please tell me you've finished. We have to go. They'll be upon us any moment.
Very well. Where to next, then?
Let's just worry about getting out of the city and pray the airship is still in one piece. Anywhere we go from here will just be more of the same. Gods, by the sound of that last one, I reckon the Knight's 12 might be the Knight's rubble by now.
Is there nothing else we can do?
Do? Look around you. This isn't war. It's a sickness. It's spread to every corner of Eorzea. The city-state's in disarray, and by all accounts, the Far East's faring no better. There'll be nothing left of us when this is over. This world is beyond saving. I never tire of that story. When the hero swoops in astride a white dragon to save the little girl. I could die happy knowing someone like that was still around.
Indeed, but not today. Not while our message remains undelivered.
Mysterious.
Have faith, my friend. We will find her.
Sleep. Honk shoe, motherfucker. Oh, I'm awake. I'm up. I'm up. What a peculiar dream. Oh well, it probably doesn't mean anything. Oh. Open window. God, I hope nothing's broken in the time I've been sleeping. Everything better be exactly how I left it. Return to Yulemoor. By the way his face lights up at your approach, the manager of suites has been waiting for you. Ah, Mistress York. I trust you had a pleasant rest. While you were ensconced in your chamber, a message arrived for you from the Exarch. He bids you come to the ocular at your earliest convenience. And madam, wherever your duties may take you next, I shall pray for your safe return. May the night keep you. Thanks, man. That's a really good fit, actually. It's Serena Ka again. Hope she's having a good one. Hold on, I'm gonna... Ethernet shart. Shouldn't have said that way. It's not a good way to say that. Oh no. Alright. How long have we been going for? A little over 2.5 hours. It feels like it's been longer. But then I talked for a while about, fucking nonsense. Sup, fuckers? It's your girl. Oh, hey, Emmett Selk's here, too.
There you are. May I assume you've had your fill of rest?
I am no longer sleepy.
That is well. Now that we are all present, let us speak of our plan.
Yeah, alright. Go for it.
Thus far, we have vanquished 4 Light Warlords, restoring night to much of Northrend.
Only one remains, that of Calusia.
Bleh.
And with Reen to guide us, I am certain we will find it.
Buh.
We're so close now. If we can just take care of this one last warden, we'll rob the Sin Eaters of their final foothold and drive them out of Norvrant once and for all. It will be a new beginning for the First, a chance for the people to rebuild their world.
In short, a prize worth fighting for.
Sure hope nothing weird happens between now and then.
And in thus delivering the First from destruction, so too shall we unsow the seeds of the 8th umbral calamity.
I would hate it if anything super weird were to happen.
Do you hear? Your dreams of rejoining is in jeopardy. Are you sure you're not tempted to intervene?
He seems pleased as punch, honestly.
You labor under the misapprehension that vanquishing the Sin Eaters is tantamount to saving the world. It is not. In truth, you only delay the inevitable, lengthening your fleeting lives by the smallest of margins.
I mean, did we need to invite his opinion?
Okay. To deny you this small concession, close as we've become. Foolish and misguided though you are not without charm.
Oh, he thinks I'm charming.
Each and every one of you is possessed of a noble heart. When the weak want for succor, you do not hesitate to provide it.
Sucker this dick, more like.
Alas, your nobility is short-sighted. You think only of the problem in front of your nose. A limitation of your ephemeral existence.
Our lives may seem short and insignificant to the likes of you, but one does not need to be an eternal being to achieve lasting change.
If I may stop you there, I do not claim that we Ascians are special. That is another misconception. In the beginning, everyone lived nigh for eternity. Such was the natural order of things. But like so much else, this was taken from you. You won't object if I borrow your plaything?
Huh? Oh, that.
In the distant past, when the world was one and whole, a great calamity threatened all life.
Gosh, I wonder why. We may never know.
The very laws of the star were warped and broken, and chaos swiftly spread throughout the land.
Who can say how it happened? It is a mystery.
With annihilation, we sought to imbue the star with its own will. Thus was Zodiac born, and by his power was order restored. Ere long, however, thankless fools began to fear that Zodiac's might was too great, and so they conjured another to keep him in check. Your own dear Hydaelyn.
And the two beings waged war until, with a single devastating blow, Hydaelyn unmade Zodiac, scattering his being across space and time. So you told us in the Katana Ravel.
I love Y'shtola being just like, yeah, man, we know, you told us.
And there began our woe.
Give us some new info, dog.
And all that it wrought. As a counterbalance to Zodiac, Hydaelyn was created with the power to enervate her foe. This singular ability strikes not at such banal things as flesh, but everything that defines the target, diluting its existence.
Yeah.
For example, were she to strike you? two individuals, identical in appearance yet reduced in all respects. Strength, intelligence, the soul itself, all is halved.
Fucked up.
Do you see? This self-same fate befell not only Zodiac, but the very star.
It was a pretty cool effect. Did you like plan that out? Bleh. Excuse me.
Only 3 were fortunate enough to escape the Sundering, me being one of them.
The rest of us became stupid assholes.
When I beheld the shattered remnants of our home, I knew deepest despair.
Damn, bro, that sucks.
The inhabitants of these 14 fragments were feeble, frail and foolish, oblivious to their imperfection, ignorant of their past.
They don't even know how bad they suck.
Malformed creatures thrashing blindly about. Pitiful, disturbing, depressing.
Cry about it. I'm sorry.
So, we took it upon ourselves to rejoin the worlds.
He's such a dork
But
on.
in our eagerness and, I confess, our ignorance, we erred and made a useless void of the 13th.
Ripperoonie.
It was only afterwards that we discovered a connection twixt source and shard. A flow of energy that maintains elemental balance. And thus did we arrive at our time-honored modus operandi.
Excuse me.
From a purely Asian standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical. But that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions, and this we cannot condone.
By your fragmented existence, you continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler than any calamity. But yes, moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo, I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you.
It's fucking sovereign citizen ass bullshit.
Oh, don't look at me like that. You for whom I have only the highest expectations. A vaunted hero of the Source, 7 times rejoined. Long have I awaited one who might brave a path of lesser tragedy. A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over. So, finish your task and slay the Light Warden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Sick. I mean, I don't want to do that, but cool. Glad I have your blessing. Oh, hey, girl. Hey, how's it going?
Lord, but this could not wait.
Speak freely, Captain.
Our informant in Colusia sends word of unusual activity in Yulmore.
Yeah, what else is new?
It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Vorthry is concerned for the safety of his...
Weird things happening in Yulmore. What else is fucking new?
You think he's harboring the Light Warden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
Risky or not, if there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Yulmorans will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Calusia. God's willing, this hunt will be the last. Let us see it through to the end.
In retrospect, there's elements of this plot that, like, I'm sitting here thinking just like, why didn't they figure it out sooner?
We should begin by assembling in Right. There we may assess the situation in Yulmore and decide how best to proceed.
It feels like at this point it should have been obvious, you know? Lena is so pretty. I got 3 people to talk to here. Mr. XIV. Your condition is unchanged. Good. If you can but hold out until the end of the coming battle, I'm confident that we will find a remedy for your affliction. Sick. Hey girl, hey, how you doing? We've not spoken for a while, have we? Not since the aftermath of the Aether's attack. Rest assured, I am fully recovered, and will do my utmost to support you and your fellow warriors of darkness. Selk. Yes. Did my lesson provoke thought, giving rise to further questions? 3 of you escaped the Sundering. What of those who didn't? Why, their varying beings were divided into 14, of course. And by our power, we unsundered Ascians may raise up one of the fragments to their original office. But I suppose this in itself bears explaining. So, the names by which you know us are not, in fact, our names. Be it Elidibus, or La Habrea, or Igiom, all are titles of office, and when an office is vacated, it may be filled by another. Over the eons, I have overseen several changes of the guard among our sundered brethren, and in such instances, the vacant title ordinarily goes to another fragment of the selfsame soul. But it is by no means impossible to raise up wholly unrelated individuals. 'Tis we whose fervent entreaties brought forth Lord Zodiac, whose souls he claimed in the beginning, who make the truest servants. So if we were to defeat all the Ascians and sorcerers... What is your true name, then? There may come a day when I reveal my true name to you, but this is not it. Of course, you may well die none the wiser, but life is full of such disappointments. Hold on, I want to see what the other... So if we were to defeat all the Ascians at source, then none would remain to raise up new Ascians, and our kind would eventually fade from existence. You would like that, wouldn't you? Well, feel free to dream. 'Tis no crime to do so. Grumble. I think we've talked enough. If that is all, then run along. You have a light warden to slay. Yes, slay. Anyway.
This aura, what could it be?
Are the others not shown up yet?
There you are, Eigeld. The others have gone ahead to reconnoiter Gate Town. We are to follow shortly. It has been a while, has it not? Since the 2 of us infiltrated Yulmore. Since we faced Lord Vorthri, and I felt such fury as I have never felt before. His actions are unconscionable, of course, and by any abhorrence I felt for him is entirely justified. Yet mingled with my rage, there was something else. At first I was unsure what it was, but in the course of our struggles I found the answer. In Vorthri's self-righteousness, in his absolute belief that he and he alone is the cure to the world's ills, I saw a reflection of myself, and it brought the memories of all my past follies flooding back. He is the vainglorious, ignorant fool I once was, and having shared in his affliction, I feel duty-bound to open his eyes to the truth. Yeah, and I bet he doesn't even know how to fucking gather firewood, the bitch! Anyway. Whether he will accept it with the good grace I did is another question. Smile. What is it, Reen? Do you sense Light Warden? I'm not sure. The aura is different. Perhaps if we were a little closer.
Okay. 'Tis time we were on our way in any case. Let us join our comrades in Gatetown. Igeld, as a precaution, may I ask that you go first to ensure the path is clear? The closer we are to Yulmore, the more I worry that Reen may be recognized. If you see any prying eyes along the way, pray encourage their owners to look elsewhere.
Okay.
Can do.
As I am now, I don't think people will recognize me as the Oracle, but Thancred did always warn against taking unnecessary risks.
Go on, Igeld. We will follow anon. I like talk to the first person I see and they're just like, yo, was that the Oracle? Yo, was that Minfilia? Bro, I think that's Minfilia. Whoa. Weirdly dark all of a sudden. I don't want to do this. I'll be oopsie. Oopsed. An agitated man. Lord Valtteri, we hear! We obey! Ah! Oh, you guys are a little fucked up, actually. Y'all good? Oh, okay. That was odd. Ah, a delirious Ute. Hey, kid, how's it hanging?
Voth.
You hail the civilian, but he does not respond and continues his incoherent rambling. Ah, kids these days. A euphoric Ute. Sir, dude.
Long live Lord Valtteri. Long live Lord Valtteri.
Okay. I'm just gonna go. The whale's bleach. Oh, well, if it isn't the Blowjob Brothers. What's happening? What's wrong with everyone? Hallowed be his name. Oh.
What in the world? Blessed is the meal. Long may you reign.
Hey, Sisselbarth, you seem like you're normal.
He is our lord. Long live Lord Valtteri.
Never mind. Hey, Cred! Something weird's going on. I don't like it. Our mission hath begun on a strange note. Ah, good of you to join us. I was debating whether to warn you, but it's too late now. I take it you noticed the people behaving strangely along the path. It's more of the same here. Y'shtola and Alice are investigating as we speak. Let's wait and see what they have to say. I could do that. The gears are clearly turning in Urianger's mind. Why don't you ask him what he makes of all this? Urianger, what are your thoughts? A feast of lies. Urianger is trying to make sense of the strange phenomenon afflicting the residents of Gate Town. Shit's messed up. At least it's not everybody.
Strange. Passing strange.
I don't think it's passing strange. I think it's actively
Their
strange.
behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Vorthri's mind control.
Weird.
The extent of the effect seemeth to vary dramatically between subjects.
Interesting.
It is far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
Curiouser and curiouser. We met with no trouble en route. My thanks for securing the way. But given the state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
Yeah, it sure doesn't seem like it. Not sure if they could recognize a...
What can you tell us from here?
Sandwich? What? The fuck am I talking about?
I sense a powerful eater in the uppermost reaches of the city. But there's something different about it. Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Oh, so that one's Alphino. Well, unless you're triplets.
Aw. Oh, hey! It's your boy!
What are you doing here?
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about.
He's a bit of a skulker, it's
So I
true.
accosted him, only to have him call me Alphino. I thought it best to bring him along.
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me.
Yeah.
Saved my life in Yulmore.
That's my
I thought
boy.
about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave. Not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things. And whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume you saw what happened here.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, Vorthri starts ranting and raving. You could hear him from all the way out here.
Damn.
He's
Bro's got
all
powerful
doing
lungs.
his nut, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
'Tis like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in Armorang.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through. Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vorthri after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
Interesting.
There's something I need Reen to see.
Oh, the
This is
fucked up
among
bread.
Town folks' food stores.
The little butts.
Oh, that's just meal. Yulmore doles the stuff out.
No, it couldn't be.
What's up, Reen? What's the matter?
I know what it is. It's Sin Eater. Meal is made out of Sin Eater.
Oh. Well, that might have...
So it is.
That might go some way
In
explaining
limited
what's going on.
quantities, It may have little effect on an average individual. Yet if one were to consume it regularly, over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That Vorthri wieldeth power over sin-eaters is known. Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? It would serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up Sin Eaters and feeding them to people, altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back. There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
Yeah, and we're gonna kick his ass for it, Alisaie. Don't you worry.
What if they are not simply rounded up?
Huh?
Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city? Many enter, but none leave.
Oh.
Let us put an end to it. To this paradise built upon the bones of the poor.
People who go in
Vorthra's deeds
are
beyond
turned into sin eaters and then used for food.
Evil.
Yikes.
It's highly probable that the Light Warden is waiting for us somewhere in there, and I'm all for going after it.
Yay.
But our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight. Like it or not, the time for stealth is past.
Yay!
Now, my friend, if you would be so good as to lead the charge.
Yay! It's time to kick some ass. Let's fucking get in there. Ba 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 ba. Oh, it's really time to kick some ass. Kaishir, how you feeling about all these revelatons?
Yo, he's Sin Eater. Wicked white, we all scoffed the stuff without a second thought. I never got near as much as the others, but ugh. The bit of greens and bony fish I got by on don't seem so bad no more.
Yeah, I'll say.
That Vorthri should so brazenly exert his influence over the people bespeaks his desperation. He will not go quietly. I'm fine, Aigailed. Shaking with fury, but fine. Let's go.
My heart is gripped by an unshakable sense of foreboding. Let us proceed with care.
We are like to encounter Ranjit again. We can only hope he's still licking his wounds. Yet even without him, Yulmore is an eminently defensible city, as you doubtless gleaned during your visit. When last I set foot inside its walls, I almost mistook it for dear old Limsa, but it is full of unpleasant surprises, all of which is a long way of saying, be on your guard. The uppermost level of the city houses Vorthri's chambers. He must keep the warden close.
Like, at the risk of spoiling things, it is taking them so long.
When we step through the gates, we shall find not the place of hedonistic pleasure we remember, but a battlefield. You are prepared for this, then let us sally forth.
Oh, I'm prepared. Believe you me.
I can feel it. A dark presence in my domain.
Yeah, that's me.
It's them! The villains who would sow chaos in my perfect paradise!
Oh, go on, you.
Keep them away from me! I command you! Keep them away!
Oh, that voice break is so good. Vorthri's voice actor puts in the fucking work, and you have to respect it.
Long live Lord Vorthri.
I always find, like, the zombie animations so fun.
Use his own people as shields.
Yeah,
This area is older than Gate Town. There are bound to be far more civilians under Vorthri's control. But they do not act of their own free will, and we must not harm them.
As if we ever would. Press on with Alpha. We'll hold off the civilians and join you as soon as we can.
Vorthri VA doing God's work. For sure. Absolutely killing it. Oh, hold on, I got it. There we go. Guys, should we go? It feels like Thancred's signaling for us to go. Here we go. Thanks, Toa. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Just me and the twins. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Alright, Alphino. Oh, junglers. Oh, one of them's a red. Ah, the red one's a red mage. That's so good. Die. Show's over. This one's a real side splitter, but at least you'll die laughing. Are you mad at me? Hey, are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? Don't you want to hit me really hard? Oh, I bet you do. You want to hit me so hard it makes you look stupid. Alright. Huh? What? Oh, we're going this way? Okay. Man, there's so many fucking stairs in here. Oh, my fucking neck. Hold on. Oh. There we go. Godspeed, Alphino. I'll see you. I'll see you up there. The Canterpie. The Caterpie. Okay. Where are we at? Where are we at? This is going really well, I feel like. With this fucking guy.
You will find my master in his chamber.
Yeah, I know. Like, that's why I'm here, man.
But only should you kill me this day. And you will not.
Why do you... You're one of his puppets, too. The only thing I hate from this dude is how this fight is not a dungeon boss.
You may think me under his spell, but I uphold Lord Vorthre's ideals of my own volition.
That makes it worse.
Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict.
This is the exact sort of, like,
have I chosen to place my
dumb
hopes
villain
upon
monologue
he
that
who has
Aigel completely
transcended
tunes
men,
out while he's saying
upon
it.
he who is unbound by the vagaries of conscience. But enough talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
Yeah, alright. In Aigeld's canon, while she goes Gunbreaker for most, if not all, of Shadowbringers, she does make a specific, like, exception in this particular fight, where she goes full monk and just beats him with her fists. Because Aigeld is that bitch. He's so wrong about everything, Grandpa. Please take your meds. Get out of there. Uh-huh. Sure, man, whatever. I'm gonna keep hitting you with my sword with a gun on it. God bless him, he's trying so hard. The other thing that I do with this fight, I will concede to occasionally indulging myself when writing Aigeld and making her maybe a little bit of a Mary Sue. So, like, I will admit that when I wrote this fight one year for FF14, right? Aigeld absolutely fucking wipes the floor with him. Like, it's barely even a contest. But that's mostly because a lot of times, like, I'll write Eigeld as kind of like this World of Cardboard style hero. Oh, hold on, I see what I gotta do here. Where it's just like, for a lot of like her journey throughout 14, she is holding back in a huge way. And in a lot of cases, this is more about like being worried that she'll break something, and a lot more because she is concerned about like how people, her friends, will like look at her when she does cut loose. So when she does get a good opportunity, when like nobody's around and it's just her one-on-one with somebody else, she will just go fucking nuts and just like pummel someone into the fucking ground, which is what she does with Ranji. Ranjit isn't quite dead yet here. There is a short story that I believe indicates that he drags himself to where all the previous Minfilias are buried.
Are you alright, Eigeld?
Yeah, dog. I'm perfectly fine. Yeah, don't worry about him. He's not going to bother us anymore. The citizens appear to have calmed down for the moment. I can only assume Valkyrie is otherwise engaged. Let's get to the upper level while we can.
Okay.
Oh shit, I just accidentally opened fucking Steam. Gonna need to deal with that. What's with the feather? Excuse me, feathers. Are you busy? Should we come back later, or...
Lord Valkyrie! Your reign of tyranny is at an end!
Alphino, he's eating. Give him a second.
For too long you have preyed upon the desperation of the poor. Now you will answer for the suffering you have caused.
Oh no, it's rude to talk to somebody while they're eating. They can't respond with their mouth
And
full.
if you harbor even a shred of remorse, I beseech you to use your powers to redress the balance. For the future of all in Norvrant.
Alphino, what I'm trying to tell you, it's rude.
No, it can't be. This is wrong. It's wrong.
I know, I keep telling him it's rude for him to talk to Valkyrie while he's trying to eat, but like, he's just not listening to me.
The Warden, it's not just a Sin Eater. It's a man.
Oh. Hey Valkyrie, quick question. Are you a Light Warden? I love him with the tiny forks. Oh. You know, if you spun your head back the right way,
For the future of all.
probably be a little bit
What
easier to
nonsense is this?
swallow.
There is no justice but mine.
Can you not
No future
just
but
turn the head
mine.
back the right way, please?
No will but mine.
You're very unsettling.
It is preordained. I was born to deliver this wretched world.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Me? Unseated? No.
I will say, very clever camera work there. In all likelihood, that model isn't designed to turn that much, so there was probably some, like, polygon fuckery when its head twisted around like that. But the fact that the camera was angled upward the way that it was, any sort of, like, fucked up polygons would have been blocked by his scarf. Very clever. Oh, you dropped your fork, man. It's such a tiny fork and such a big piece of meal.
Inconceivable! Absurd! I am a great and wise king. Greatest and wisest! I reign from on high!
Citation needed.
I will not be brought low by maggots like you!
Man, this is embarrassing. Come on, dude. Have a little bit of, like... Oh?
Oh, yes. Of course. I can begin again. Rebuild my paradise. Once I finish my dinner.
Bro, have some fucking dignity. Goodness gracious. I keep thinking that he's gonna take those and, like, do the little tap dancing thing by the, like, fucking... What's... Are you eating the fork, man? Oh, okay. He swallowed the silverware.
No. Stop him! Thancred, stop him!
Oh. That's not fair. What does he get? Wings? I want wings. One day I'll do those extreme trials.
Where did he go?
Window. I thought that was obvious.
In the heavens?
Well, it's a mountain.
Did Vorthri do that?
Mountain in the heavens. How will we get up there?
Wait.
What? What's up?
That is Mount Golg, the highest peak in Calusia. It lies on the other side of a sheer cliff, and much as I wish it were otherwise, it is beyond our reach for now. But even if it weren't, there are people here who need our help.
Oh, alright. Sure thing.
Oh, Alphino.
Please, even if it's only to tend to their wounds.
Hey, man. It's cool. I'm just, you know, planning ahead. I'll help too. Smile.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Forks have iron, and that's good for you.
But if Vorthri's hold over the people is rooted in light, I might be able to reverse its effects.
Hey, that's our girl.
Of course. We'd be grateful for any help you can provide.
Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work.
We're going to be wrapping up here in a bit, probably once this particular quest is over. Because, like I said, we had a lot of plot happen today. Fought Ranjit in Amarang. We had the Malika's Well dungeon, where we defeated another Light Warden. Ugh, and then everything in Yulmore. It is a lot. Good news, Eigelt. It would seem that Reen is indeed able to reverse the effects of Vothri's influence. Even as we speak, she tends to the afflicted in turn. The problem being, there's no end to them. We're trying to provide what relief we can to those who are waiting, but would appreciate your help if you're willing. Bro, I'm so willing. I'm the willingest bitch whoever there was. You can now attune with the Aetheryte in Yulmore. I've been able to. It is wild that it takes until this long, like... What level are we up to now? The 77s? It is wild that it takes this long for you to actually be able to warp to Yulmore if you want to. That's buck wild to me. That is going to be it for today. I do want to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Blue Sky and Tumblr at AcidXShark. That's AcidXShark. I just realized I did not have the chat blocker on this whole time. Whoops. Oh, hi, Xanda. When did you get here? Where was I? But yeah, you can follow me on Blue Sky and Tumblr, where I post all the streams as they happen, or you can follow me on YouTube at AcidXShark, where I post all the streams after they happen. Art for the stream, thumbnail blocker, that I only just realized I had not turned on, was done by Isaac, who you can find on Blue Sky at Knucklebone. That's Knucklebone. Great artist, is taking a break from art in a big way right now, just kind of like living day to day, as we often do. I've been here since Emmett was giving his Heidelin lesson. Oh, I hope you enjoyed. What else? VTuber was done by Teva, who you can find on Blue Sky at Teva Meow. That's TEVAMEOW. With rigging by V747, who you can find on Patreon. Upcoming streams. Hold on, I actually need to just double check like who we're going to be raiding today. Oh, we're going to be raiding Snapcube for sure. Upcoming streams. Tuesday, El Paso Elsewhere. Thursday, Darksiders Genesis. But then starting Friday and going through the weekend all the way to Monday is going to be Dead Space. Our Labor Day weekend marathon of the original Dead Space trilogy, the Callisto Protocol, and the Dead Space remake, looking to save up funds to help with my wife Natalie's, what's the word I'm looking for? Medical costs from her time in the hospital over the last couple months. Just as a reminder, it is going to be playing each of those games from beginning to end. We have a starting goal of $1,000, which if we reach that before September 1st, I am going to be playing through the Dead Space remake on Impossible mode. And then friend of the stream, Witchzilla, is offering a full color, or a colored one full body colored commission to the top donor of the stream. So if you want to join in, help out, help me do something that I am quite scared to do, and in the process get some good as hell art, potentially, then I do ask that you stop by, donate, spread the word, and everything. And we appreciate anything that anybody does. As I said, we are going to be raiding Penny Snapcube, who is playing Half-Life 2 right now. So please stick around for that. And I will see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same shark time, same shark channel. Take care, everybody.